So to start off my foundation, I'm actually going to be using my favorite concealer that you already know about, and this is the Prolongwear by MAC in NW25. And the reason why I love it so much is because it is a corrector, and it also is really long wearing. So I think it says on here, it doesn't say, but it's supposed to be like a 15-hour long wearing concealer, and I totally believe that it is. It doesn't move. It stays put, and it brightens under my eyes. So it's really my holy grail concealer, and I actually, you know, have tried so many different ones, and I always go back to this guy. So I'm just applying that really quickly under my eyes and blending it out with my favorite concealer brush, which is Real Techniques. And with a product like this, I would definitely recommend using a synthetic brush versus a real brush, because it's so long wearing. You don't want to use anything real, and because it'll just gather in here inside the product. Because a synthetic brush just keeps the product right on the tips of the brush, and I love that. So concealer is on, and now for the foundation, I'm going to be using one of my newest additions to my foundation family, and this is the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. And in the back it says full coverage, 24-hour wear, transfer resistant, blah blah blah. And I don't know if it's 25 hour wear, but it's really long wearing. And anyone wondering, I'm in the shade medium 57. And this, I bet you that this foundation is gonna look very, very yellow on camera. I'm so sorry if it's so loud in the back. My fiance's playing a game actually. Anyway, so this foundation is probably gonna look very yellow on camera, but when it's blended in, it actually does look really nice on my skin. I'm actually gonna be applying this foundation with a wet beauty blender. So now I wet this blender, and then I squeeze out all the excess water, and I just like to stipple this on. And the reason why I like using the beauty blender with this foundation is because it's so thick that I feel like when I use a brush, it's very, very thick on my face. And with the beauty blender, especially when it's wet, it kind of thins out the foundation and just gives you a really nice application. So just applying that all over my face, and actually my face is really not happy right now. It's breaking out a lot, and I think I know why. I'm using a new product, and I think it has something to do with that. But anyways, so yeah, I just like to stipple it on like this, just kind of pat it on and just blend it out. And the beauty blender, like I said, really thins out this foundation because it's so full coverage. Like, I would not recommend using 2 pumps of this foundation. I usually always use 2 pumps of any of the foundations. With this one, I always just do 1 pump because otherwise it is just way too intense. This foundation is extremely long wearing. It is about 15 hours on me, and I have tested it, and not only does the foundation stay on, anything you put on top of it would also kind of get locked into your face. And I really like that because it doesn't feel heavy, even though it's so full coverage. It's light, and I mean, it's not light, it's full coverage for sure, but you don't feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup, you know what I mean? And I'm sorry if it looks like on camera it doesn't look as good. I don't think it's really supposed to be for photography purposes by any means, but I really like it in person. And it's great for people like me who, work and go to school and have a really long day ahead of them, who don't want to reapply their makeup through the day. It's like ideal for us, so I really like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the foundation, and you can see it's really blended really well on my skin. So if you're an NC 42 kind of girl, you should get medium 50 through 57 in the Kat Von D foundation. Okay, moving on to our concealer or our brightener. I'm using the Fit Me Maybelline concealer in the shade 25. I talked about this. Love this concealer. This is my new love. I've been using it every single day. And I just like to apply this under my eyes. Now, please keep in mind that this is not long wearing, and it doesn't claim to be long wearing. It's just a really good brightener. But the reason how, the way I make it long wearing is because it's going right on top of the foundation, the Kat Von D foundation, it automatically becomes long wearing, and I really like that. So it really helps to just brighten your skin. And you can see it's a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone, but when you blend it in, I did a whole video on this, it's just beautiful. It's just a really nice application. So all of the foundation and concealer is done. Now I do want to make this even more long lasting, so it's always good to set your foundation and concealer with a powder. I'm using the translucent powder or the matte veil in the shade Nude by Ferro Cosmetics. I don't know where I got this. I said this in another video, but I've had this in my collection and I really like using it. So I'm just going to use that. You know, you can use any translucent powder. It doesn't matter, with the Real Techniques blush brush, and just applying that all over my skin. And I mean, this is translucent, so it's already very light, but you don't need to put a lot by any means at all. Just enough to just set your makeup, especially under the eye area, because that's where it tends to kind of crease a lot and move a lot. So now for my bronzer, I'm using, again, one of my favorites. You guys already know this. This is Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. One of my favorite bronzers ever. And a lot of you guys have told me that you bought this and love it. So that's great. And I'm only going to add a little bit. And this actually, I noticed about this bronzer, and the reason why I'm using this one versus any of the other ones that I use is because it is actually really long wearing. Now it's pretty light. It's very sheer because it's a skin finish. So it's really light on your skin, but for me, for some reason, I don't know if it's because I have dry skin, it stays put all day, and I love that. So I never, I mean, I couldn't even tell you ever where I have reapplied my bronzer during the day. I mean, sometimes I'll reapply my blush if I'm going out or something, but I never ever reapply my bronzer. So yeah, love this guy. So for my blush, I'm going to be using this guy from MAC, and this was from their limited edition, like the Super Villains collection or whatever. And I don't know the name because it rubbed off, but it says something rose. It's just a really pretty, like, lilac-y beauty powder by MAC. And I really like this. It's extremely pigmented, and beauty powders are usually not very pigmented. So a little bit of this does go a long way. And I'm just going to add that right on top of the bronzer. I mean, it's not like uberly pigmented, but it still gives off a lot of color, and you only need a little bit. So this guy will last you forever. And I know it's limited edition. I probably shouldn't be using this, but I feel like if someone has it, maybe this is like an idea for you to use it. So, and you can always find dupes of this. So yeah, love this. And yeah. Alright guys, next I'm going to apply my lipstick, and I feel really dead without any lipstick. So I'm just going to jump into that before I even do my eyes. For my lip liner, I'm going to be using MAC's Magenta. It's a really pretty magenta color eyeliner or lip liner. And these stay put for a really long time, so I really like them. And I'm going to just go in and fill this in completely on my lips. I've already primed my lips with this clear gloss by MAC. This is not the super shiny one. It's almost, I mean, I have it on my lips now. It's very matte. I love it. I got this at the Pro store, so it's just called MAC Gloss. And it comes in like a pointy tube like this. So it's really good for makeup artists also. So the lips are almost done. I don't love the color on me, so I'm going on top of the lips and adding this Inglot lip gloss in the shade 57. It's a really, really pretty pale pink. And these are actually really long lasting also. See, that tones down the color a little bit for me, makes it a little bit more wearable as to like a crazy neon, you know, magenta. Not that it was neon, but it was pretty bright. So I don't really love that color on me. Anyways, moving on to the eyes. I am now going to be using the Eyegleam in Bronze by Topshop. And a lot of you guys have asked me to use this in a tutorial. And this is honestly one of my top go-to colors on everyday basis because it's just so easy to apply. It's so subtle and I really, really like it. So I just usually apply it with my finger, just a little bit. Just gives it a really nice shimmer. Okay guys, I actually went ahead and removed the crazy magenta lip gloss from my lips. There's a reason why I don't wear it, because it doesn't look good on me. And this pink was a little bit too pale for my skin. So I went in and added this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. And it is in the shade SMLC07. That's the shade. So I'll put that down below. I really like the color, but I don't know if I love the actual product. So let me know if you guys want to see a yay or nay. Anyways, moving on. So today I don't want to really add a lot of eyeliner, so I'm just going to add my mascara. But if I was to add my eyeliner, I would use the Urban Decay 24/7. I'm holding it wrong. 24/7, what is this? Glide On eyeliner. It's amazing. It's really creamy. I'll swatch it for you guys right here. See, just one coat, one swipe, and that's the liner. It's lovely. I love it. I use it all the time, but today I want to kind of try like a fresh look, not really apply too much eyeliner. And for my top lash line, I like to use my ever so favorite Black Track Fluid line. A lot of people, you know, are not in love with this, and I don't understand why. A lot of people say that it dries out, and for me, it never happened. I always hit pan on this before it ever dries out. But if it does, just stick it in the microwave for like 10 seconds and it should be back to its normal consistency. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to add some mascara. I'm using my favorite Voluminous Carbon Black by Loreal. And also, I heard that a lot of you guys did go ahead and buy this, which makes me really happy. And I hope you guys are loving it as much as I do. You can see again here, I know I'm really close to the camera, that it just really lengthens your lashes like crazy. It's kind of amazing. Okay guys, and this is pretty much the entire look with the exception of my eyebrows, which I'm going to fill in and then I'll be right back. I'm going to be using my Sleek Eyebrow Kit, and actually the reason why I'm not doing this on camera is because I do want to show you guys exactly how I do my eyebrows and really take my time with it, because a lot of you guys have been requesting that. So I'm going to go fill them in and I'll link that video below for you guys. I'll post that up first. So you guys can see how I wear my eyebrows on a daily basis, or how I fill them in. And then, yeah, I'll be right back to talk to you guys about the entire look. Okay guys, that is the finished look, and I love this look because, you know, it's a great everyday look, and you can always switch it up with the lip, you guys. I know I wear a lot of bright lipsticks, and a lot of girls tell me, like, I should be doing a lot more looks with natural lip colors and stuff, but honestly, this is what I wear on a daily basis, and, you know, I like this look. I like the really, you know, simple skin with, you know, pop of color on the lips. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. And this is a long wearing look. I do, you know, go about 8 to 12 hours with this look without retouching my face at all, because I hate to reapply my makeup sometime in the day. I hate that. For some reason, I don't like it because it always looks uneven. It doesn't look as good. So if I don't have to apply my makeup through the day, I'm happy. Anyways, I will have the eyebrow tutorial up first, so I'm going to put that up first, and then I'll put this video up, I think. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. But yeah, any other requests, please let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys all very, very soon. Bye, guys.